Welcome everyone to our virtual college fair today. We are welcoming in our students and our participants, and we are so happy to have you. Today we have some great colleges and universities for you to hear from, but just a few housekeeping reminders before we get started. Your cameras and microphones are going to be off, so our representatives cannot see or hear you. But if you do have questions for our representatives, feel free to use the Q&A button on your screen. Also, feel free to sign up for more sessions happening as well. And also, this is being recorded. So the recording will be available online at strivescan.com/alpha. Now I'm going to turn it over to our first university, Bowie State University.
Thank you, Melissa, for that. I am going to share my screen. And by now you all should be able to see my screen. Happy Saturday, everyone. I am Shayla Witcher, one of the admissions enrollment specialists here at Bowie State University. I am also a spring 2019 graduate of this institution. So I have the pleasure of bringing you all information today about Bowie State, not only from the admissions perspective, but also from the student perspective. So in the time allotted me, I'm going to give you some important facts about us. And then throughout this session today, if you all have any questions, feel free to ask me. The first thing that I'm going to show you all is one of our Bowie Bowl commercials that we created during the pandemic. So let's take a look.
Let's hear it for bold. Because bold is bright, and bold is brave, and a world without bold would be a whole lot less everything. You see, bold dreams in color, speaks in all caps, and writes with a rhythm that moves us all. Bold makes you think, bold makes you see, and it makes itself seen from the boundaries of space. Bold braces for impact. Bold eclipses expectations. Bold turns every what if into a let's do it and doesn't let up till it's done. Because bold is fearless. Bold is tireless. Bold is tenacious as a bulldog with something to prove. It takes to the stands its ground, knows what counts, and stands up to be counted. And while everyone else is looking the other way, bold is busy breaking barriers, pounding on doors until they open and laughing in the face of one day. Because bold goes first and takes first place. And the only last it knows is how to leave a lasting impression. Bold takes on big ideas. Bold takes on the world. Bold takes on tomorrow. Bold takes all kinds. And it takes one to know one, and you are one. The world needs more bold, a lot more bold. And bold is what we and you do best. Bring your bold. We want to see big things from you. Bowie State University. We are Bowie Bold.
All right, everyone, I hope that you all enjoyed that. So we are Bowie State University. We are the first and oldest historically Black college and university founded here in the state of Maryland. We're 40 minutes from Washington, D.C. and about 40 minutes from Baltimore. So we're right in the middle. We currently offer our students 23 undergraduate majors, with our top 5, as you can see, being nursing, psychology, business administration, criminal justice, and communications. Other popular majors that students come to us for is biology, education, chemistry, fine arts, visual communications, and digital media arts, as well as our social work program here. We do offer study abroad opportunities. So if any student is interested in going to another country for a semester or two, to gain that experience while you're here at BSU, you can do that. Most of our study abroad opportunities are offered from our social work department. However, they're still open to the whole campus. We now have 3 new fully online programs, and those are criminal justice, computer science, and computer technology. So if any student is interested in any 3 of those majors, you do have the option of either attending BSU fully online or participating in the hybrid program where your classes are either virtual or in person. So Bowie is about a medium-sized school. We're not too big, not too small. Literally everything on campus is in walking distance, so that is good to know. And also here we do offer small class sizes to our students. At most, you're going to have about 30 students in your classroom to one professor. And this also depends on your major. Again, as I mentioned, we are the first and oldest HBCU here in Maryland. And this year, 2022, we were ranked number 18 amongst the top 20 HBCUs in the nation. All right, so I'm not going to show you the facilities. I don't have time for that. But I'm going to get into our campus life and our admission requirements. We have 7 residence halls on campus. We also have several dining experiences for you all here at BSU, from our food truck to our buffet style cafe, to our Saxby's Cafe. And so the Saxby's Cafe is similar to a Starbucks here. So if you all enjoy Starbucks, then you all will definitely enjoy our Saxby's Cafe, which is located in the student center here on campus. We also have our Henry Wise Wellness Center here. So if you all ever need anything while you're a student here, whether it's mental health or physical health, our wellness center is always open for our campus population. We have Greek life. Greek life is very popular here on our campus. There's not a day or a class that you'll come on campus or sit in class and you won't see anybody Greek. A lot of students here, they do pledge. We have student leadership opportunities. So if you all are interested in just running for a certain position to help plan things and make decisions for your class, you can do that here at BSU. And we always encourage our students to take part in some sort of community service or volunteering opportunities so that you all can give back to the campus and those who are around us. We have sports here. We are Division II in the CIAA conference. We have a total of 5 men's sports and 8 women's sports. And we also have our cheerleading team here at BSU. And these are the requirements. Very quickly, if you want to just take a picture of this, a quick snapshot, by all means, feel free to do so. We also have an honors program here at BSU. One major perk about the honors program is that they do give out full scholarships to our students. So by all means, if anyone has any other questions or any questions today, I am here to stick around for this session. So please put it in the chat. And I see Melissa there. So I am all done. And I look forward to hearing from you all.
Great, thank you so much. Before I pass it on to our next college, I just want to let everybody know I'm going to put some information and a link in the chat for all of our attendees and our families and students about a scholarship for the KEL scholarship and prize registration and eligibility information. So feel free to check that out. It will be chosen today online. So feel free to go to that link and check that out. And I just shared that with everybody in the chat. And now I'm going to pass it on to our next college, Morris College.
Good morning. My name is Martin Johnson. I'm the Vice President of the Morris College Alumni Chapter in Baltimore, Maryland. Morris College is not a local school, and perhaps some of you don't know much about it. So I thought I'd take a little time to just acquaint you with this beautiful little gem that's located about 8 hours away from us in the DMV. Morris College is in the city of Sumter, South Carolina, a beautiful city of about 40,000 people and very rich history in African-American culture. Morris College is a short distance from Charleston, America's #1 city, and a short distance from the beach, in particular, Myrtle Beach, which many of you probably know. And from here, go south, Interstate 95, about 8 hours into South Carolina, and there you will find this beautiful small college, Morris College. Morris is run by the Baptist Churches of South Carolina. So it's a Baptist-affiliated HBCU, a private Baptist-affiliated HBCU. It has a very diverse faculty, and it draws its faculty from all over the world to teach outstanding classes and to develop outstanding programs. Morris is a very small college. In fact, at the moment, Morris College has about 400 students. It has been larger, it was larger before the pandemic, and it is increasing in its enrollment again. And at one time, its enrollment exceeded 1,000 students. But it is small by nature, and it is small by choice, because Morris wishes to keep a small families type atmosphere on its campus. Being small doesn't mean it sacrifices quality programs, but it also allows you, a student, to get involved in numerous leadership activities, to get to know your professors quite well, to get all types of opportunities to interact, not only with your fellow classmates, with your faculty, and also with the community through many of the programs that are arranged just for you. Morris is a very affordable small college. In fact, in this particular year, the tuition at Morris College was $11,233 per semester, roughly $22,000 a year, which is a real bargain for a private HBCU in this day and time. There are many scholarships available. Most of the scholarships are awarded once you are on campus. In other words, you would be enrolled and then you apply for scholarships. And generally, after one semester of work, you are determined to receive whatever scholarship you qualify for. Morris has just put into place a brand new scholarship called the Beautiful Possibility Scholarship. This is a scholarship that covers your unmet financial needs. So once you've determined all the other areas of financial availability, if you still have a hole in your finances, you apply for this Beautiful Possibility Scholarship, and very likely it will cover the remaining part of your financial needs. Morris College has many degree programs. In fact, they have more than 20 degree programs, and all of their programs are accredited by the appropriate accreditation agencies. There are 5 different divisions, and the divisions are general studies, business administration, education, natural sciences and mathematics, religion, humanities, and social sciences. Each of these divisions leads to degrees in Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Education, and you can check the Morris College website for more details. But the most popular degrees on the campus are criminal justice, sociology, mass communication, biological sciences, community health and counseling, and business administration. And new and creative programs at the campus involve a degree in cybersecurity, as well as degrees in criminal forensics. And Morris College has the #2 program in South Carolina in criminal justice, and the #18th program in criminal justice across the nation. And it's one of the only 2 colleges in South Carolina with a standalone forensics program, if that is your interest. But they have other creative programs. For instance, they have 2+3 programs in engineering with the University of South Carolina and with Clemson University, where you would start your degree program at Morris College, and by your 3rd year, you would transfer to either of these schools to complete your degree in engineering. They have the dual degree program in engineering with North Carolina A&T State University, where you would receive 2 degrees, 1 degree from Morris College and a degree in engineering from North Carolina A&T. They have the Call Me Mister program for those who want to teach, for young men who would like to teach in the public schools. They have Army ROTC for those who'd like to serve and get prepared for a career in the military. And they also have summer fast track programs where one can attend in the summer and get a head start with up to 9 semester hours of credit. A few additional facts to acquaint you with this beautiful little school. They have music, but they don't have a band because we don't have football. But they do have an award-winning gospel choir and an award-winning gospel chorale. They play sports in the NAIA Division III conference. They're a small school. And they play a variety of sports: men and women's basketball, men and women cross country, men and women track and field, men and women tennis, baseball, softball, golf, and volleyball. They have an outstanding speaker series where famous people from across the country come through the campus at various times to give speeches. They have 8 of the 9 Greek letter organizations for those who want to join a fraternity or a sorority. And they have over 50 other groups and organizations that students may participate in as part of their career at Morris College. So summing up, Morris College is a small school with exceptional strong programs. Small class size with much opportunity for interaction with the faculty. Many internships in industry and other professional organizations are also available. You will find this information online that will clarify the admission process and answer all the questions you may have. Morris College is beginning to participate in the common application process. So I encourage you, when you apply, to list Morris College as a recipient of your application. I ask you to consider Morris College. It's a great place to continue your education. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Next up, we'll have Wilberforce University.
All right, thank you, Melissa. Good morning to everyone around. I am Ronald Diggs, and I represent Wilberforce University. I am a 2018 alum of the university, as well as I'm currently back enrolled in our master's program in clinical counseling and rehabilitation. Wilberforce University is a private HBCU founded in 1856. We pride ourselves on being the first private HBCU and only 2 HBCUs within the state of Ohio. Some general admissions requirements from Wilberforce University is a 2.0 to enter the university, as well as your ACT or SAT test scores. We used to be test optional, but now we did implement, if for scholarship wise, we would need your test scores. Just provide information on Wilberforce University. We do have programs to help students get ahead, especially our Renaissance program, which focuses on students, help them transition from high school to college, as well as we do have an adult continuation program, as well as our master's program. We offer 20 different, we offer more than 20 different majors, as well as 1 master's program in the course of clinical counseling and rehabilitation. We do pride ourselves on being a small, family-friendly oriented school. We do have smaller class sizes with 10 to 1, so you get that more one-on-one education with your professors, as well as your peers and your classmates, also depending on your major that you do decide to go into. We do have sports. We are NAIA Division I in sports. We do offer several different sports. We don't have a football team. We're trying to get one now, but we do have an amazing band. We just recently opened up our music program. We brought in 145 students for our band, as well as we did open up our own music program. So with the music program came our own music production studio. Also with sports, we do have esports for those who don't know what esports is. Esports is an online gaming competition. You play against schools around the world. We offer 2K, Call of Duty, Madden, and Fortnite, as well as for our sports. Like I said, we are NAIA Division I in sports. We offer basketball, men and women's, golf, men and women's, baseball, and just for men at this moment. With men's, we are partnered with the Cincinnati Reds, so all of our home games will be at the Red Stadium. We do offer cross country, and we're working on getting volleyball and track and field coming up. Also with Wilberforce University, of course, once again, we are a small private HBCU, being our class size and our student population are smaller. We do have currently around 680 students on our campus. We do have the option to either be fully in person or to be remote, or once again, be hybrid. A little bit more information. Some of our top 5 majors for our university, including psychology, business, entrepreneurship, biology, criminal justice, and as well as our political science program as well. Excuse me, all of our majors are, of course, and our school is accredited, especially with our master's program for those who intend to go higher into their master's program, as well as we do have a CLIMB program, which is our continued education program for adults who may have started school and have not finished. We do offer accelerated courses as well as dual enrollment as well. Of course, we do have several different organizations on our campus. We have over 50 organizations, including Greek life, for those who are interested in doing Greek life and fraternities, sororities. We do have all 9 on our yard, as well as we do have poetry, honor societies. We have an organization called Black Women United, which helps strengthen the Black women. We have Black Male Coalition, which helps strengthen, of course, the males on campus. And then we have other Honor Society, as well as other organizations to help promote youth, and as well as promote like-minded. We are, like I said, we are an AME school. So we do have chapel, we do have a Bible center and Bible study on our campus. We are partnered with Premier Health, so we do have mental health specialists, nursing, as well as a doctor on campus if you ever need it. We have a 24-hour weight room. If you ever want to work out, we have a weight room. We are an affordable university, only $20,000 for the whole year, which includes room and board and our housing plan. We offer several different scholarships as well as grants to help cut that cost down. We don't have an in-state or out-of-state tuition. Everyone pays the same. And with that, like I said, we do pride ourselves on being a UNCF school. So we offer several different scholarships from UNCF and NAACP. For those who don't know what UNCF is, UNCF is the United Negro College Foundation. We do partner with them in offering several different scholarships to our students, as well as NAACP. Most of our students are first-time generation students. So with that, we do have first-time programs to help them get acquainted and acclimated to not only to our campus, but as well as to college life and the culture that we do have around Wilberforce University. And for any other questions, I hope that you guys will also go on to wilberforceuniversity.edu and look up any of the majors that we do have. Come take a campus tour. Right now, we are in the works of getting a drone to offer drone classes. We do have a great communications program for those who are interested in doing communications. We do partner up with some local radio shows as well to get our students acclimated, as well as we do have a radio campus we do have a radio center on our campus, as well as a newspaper and editorial stands for those who do journalism. Excuse me. We also have several different entrepreneurships as well as internships to help our students do get ahead. Some of our business majors tend to go on and do entrepreneurships and do internships and work with likes of Chase Bank and work with other Fortune 500 companies, as well as we do partner with Ohio State for our engineering program to make sure that our students are getting ahead in their engineering process, as well as working with NASA. And I just see Melissa pop back on the screen. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to stick around in the chat. I will be here, as well as go on our website to wilberforceuniversity.edu. Thank you.
All right, up next we have Goucher College.
All right, thank you, Melissa. I am going to share my screen for this presentation. Hopefully everyone can see it, but my name is Marvin Barahona. I work at Goucher College located in Baltimore, Maryland. So for those of you who are familiar with Maryland and the Baltimore area, we're actually in the northern part of Baltimore, so in the Towson area, within walking distance of Towson University. And if you know anything about Towson, it's a really great, lively town. It's a college town, so a lot of the businesses in the area are catered towards college students. So it's a really great location. Baltimore City is about 5 to 10 minutes away, and the downtown Inner Harbor, Fells Point area is about 25 minutes away. So you do have access to a lot of great facilities in Baltimore, but campus itself is actually kind of isolated. So we're away from the hustle and bustle of the city, but you do have access to it. As first-year students, you are allowed to bring a car on campus. So if you do want to pay a $75 parking permit fee for the year, you can bring your car on campus, make friends faster, and drive your friends down into Baltimore. So it's a really great location, I think. About an hour away from Washington, D.C., and about an hour away from Prince George's County, about an hour and a half away from Philadelphia. So as I said, a really great location on the East Coast. Now, Goucher College is a small private liberal arts university in Baltimore, Maryland. As I said, we have over 287 acres of land. As you can see in this picture, it is very green, and that is very intentional. We are very eco-friendly. We try to keep our campus as green, as pristine as possible. And the buildings are very much old school, except for the one in the front, which is our Athenaeum, where our library is. It's a student union sort of building. So it's a really great facilities on campus for our students. As I mentioned, we are small. We have about 1,100 students on campus. We have about 900 graduate students. So if you are interested in getting a master's degree, you can do that at Goucher College after your 4 years here. As a small university, we do offer small class sizes. Now we have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So for every 10 students, we have 1 faculty member on campus. Your class averages are about 16 students a class. And you will definitely be in more discussion, more hands-on research-based courses. We don't really do lectures at Goucher College. We want you to interact with your classmates. We want you to interact with your professors, get to know them at a much deeper level than you would if you're just listening to someone drone over a PowerPoint while you're trying to take notes as fast as you can. So at Goucher College, you do get the benefit of having that one more personal connection, not only with your professor, but with your classmates as well. So I'm not going to go over every single part of what's called the Goucher Edge, but it is the academic experience that our students undergo throughout their 4 years here at Goucher. As I mentioned, we are a liberal arts university, so our education tends to be a little bit more well-rounded. We're not just having you focus on research or just your major. We want you to take a little bit of everything throughout your 4 years here. So you'll do that through the Commons. You'll take classes in data analytics and writing and social justice and environmental justice. You'll take seminar courses. You'll take research style courses. All of that throughout your 4 years at Goucher. So you're not just focusing on your major, but we do have over 30 majors for you to choose from. And one of the great things about Goucher is that you don't have to know your major right away. So especially for those students who are completely undecided about what they want to do, or they have multiple interests and they're having a very hard time kind of narrowing it down, we're very good at helping you find your passion. So you have a year and a half to declare your major. And then once you do, you have access to all 30 of these programs, including a couple new programs that are coming for fall 23. Psychology is our most popular major. Business management is our second most popular major, and professional creative writing is our third most popular major. But as I mentioned, as a liberal arts college, we don't really specialize in one thing. I think we do everything very well. Any of these majors can be done as a minor, and we do have a few standalone minor programs as well. Unfortunately, I don't have that slide up here, but we do have a pre-health track for those of you who are interested in going to the medical field. We have an equine studies minor if you're interested in going into the equestrian world or working with horses, Latin American studies, Africana studies, Arabic studies, just a couple minors that we offer for our students. But like I said, any of these majors can also be done as a minor as well. And we do encourage you to combine your academic interests. So if you want to do a double major, great, we will help you with that. If you want to do a major and a minor, again, we will help you with that. You do need at least one major to graduate, but you can definitely take command of your education experience in any way that you want. Now, one of the most important things at Goucher College is our global experience, because every student at Goucher College has to do a study abroad experience in order to graduate. So yes, we are 100% study abroad, and the study abroad comes at no additional cost. So you're not paying anything extra outside of what you're already paying for your tuition at Goucher to do a study abroad experience. Now, to fulfill that study abroad requirement, you can either do a full semester, which is about 3 to 4 months, or you can do a short term, what's called intensive course abroad program, one of our ICAs. Either or works. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but we do have 1 year long program, very competitive program. So most students either do the semester or the short-term program. As you can see, it's a very expansive program. You have programs all around the world, in Latin America and Europe, which tends to be very popular, programs in Africa, Asia, and Australia. So you're not necessarily bound by the program of your major. You can pretty much choose where you want to go based off of your interests. So like I said, Goucher College is 100% study abroad. We do want all of our students to have that international experience, and you will definitely get that not just on campus, off campus during the study abroad, but definitely on campus with our population and all that. A little bit about student life. We are Division III NCAA athletics. All the sports you see listed here: basketball, cross country, field, both men's and women's. We do have an equestrian program for those of you who are riders. We do have different facilities. We have a weight room, cardio room. We have a swimming pool on campus on students. If you want to play sports, but not such a competitive level, we have intramural and club sports. If you have no interest in sports, we still have a pretty vibrant on-campus life as well. So we have about 45 clubs for our students to join from, everything from Black Student Union to Latino Student Union, to clubs that are academic, to gaming clubs, to anime clubs, anything, any kind of club that you think you can think of, you can definitely do that at Goucher College. So if you want to create your own club, that's very easy as well. So I see Melissa, so I'm just going to end with the application process. Very accessible application. We are on the Common App. We do not charge an application fee. and we are test optional. So if you want to submit test scores, you can. You don't have to if you don't want to. You will not pay to submit your application. Deadlines are on the screen. And if you are accepted to Goucher College, we will automatically offer you a merit scholarship right off the bat. The scholarships are merit-based, but we do offer additional financial aid opportunities for our students, especially for those of you who are Maryland students who are looking to stay in Maryland. There are lots of great resources that Goucher College can connect you through the Maryland Higher Education Commission. So that was my time. I am Marvin Barahona from Goucher College, and thank you all for listening.
All right, thank you, everyone. So at this time, I'm going to invite all of our reps onto the screen. And we're going to do some questions for our attendees and kind of go round robin style in the order that we all presented here today. And we will have time for all three questions. So we have three great questions to share some insight from our college representatives. So the first question that I have is, what piece of advice do you have for students going through the college search process? So we will start that off with Bowie State.
Thank you, Melissa. One piece of advice I can give you all, when it comes to doing your college search, be sure that you are really doing thorough research. Don't just go to the school because they look good or they seem like they're fun and exciting on social media. Really do your thorough research about the school and make sure they have everything that you're looking for, that they're checking off all the boxes on your list of how you want your college experience to be. That's what's most important, because your college life is pretty much the start of a new chapter in your life. So it's very important of what school you go to and how you create your college experience.
I have a second presenter on who is to answer questions. So I'm going to ask Ptolemy if he would make himself available. If not, maybe he went away. I'll give it a shot. I think the one thing that I would say to a student who's on his way to college is know a little bit about yourself and what kind of things you really want to do and what you get excited about. For instance, if you know that my school, Morris College, is a very small school, and you want to participate in a school that has a greater variety of activities and so forth, then that may not be where you want to go, because you won't be satisfied once you're there. I think the other thing is know a little bit about the academic requirements to get into the school and try to prepare yourself well when you're in high school. And you will find a college somewhere that will suit you, or that where you can fit. And that's probably the best thing. Take inventory of yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses. Ask yourself, what is it I really want to do away from home? Because if you go to Morris College from this DMV area, you're going to be 8 hours away from home, and that's a little far for some people. Some parents like it, some kids like it, some parents don't like it. So just do a self-inventory. What do I want to major in? What school, what type of school I want to go to, and then make your decision.
Awesome. For me, I'll go a little different route. For those that are doing the admissions requirements and actually looking to see what schools to go to, definitely take a campus tour of the college. I feel like that would be the best thing to do. So you can see the student life, you can see the campus, see what it looks like on a normal day for a college student, to see what's it like, see if I fit in, see if this is the right school for me, as well as doing the history of the university, making sure it lines up with what you want to do, make sure that this is the right fit for you as far as academic wise, socially, and then make sure it's just that you feel like you belong, not just as being a student. Make sure that you feel like as an individual who can grow from being in high school, transitioning into college, make sure that that is the best fit for you.
So Ronald actually took mine. I was going to encourage you to also visit campuses. But I would also kind of add on to what he was saying by going into fly-in programs. A lot of our universities do offer special open houses, especially for applicants if you've already been accepted. to celebrate your acceptance, but to also give you a more in-depth view of what it's like to be a student at one of our universities. So I encourage you, if you can make a fly-in program, if you can make that extra special trip to get a better sense of the university, I would encourage you to do that, because as Ronald was getting to, there's no really best way to see if you are able to be a student by just setting foot on campus, getting a view of the day-to-day life, and just envisioning yourself there. So I just, again, gonna echo what Ronald said, visit the campuses. We are all probably open for tours at this point. We want you on campus. We want to talk to you. We want you to engage with our students. So if you can definitely set time aside to do that, please do.
All great answers and pieces of advice. So my next question here is, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school specifically? And going back to the beginning with Bowie State.
One thing about Bowie State is really a hidden gem, you all. We're a hidden gem right in Maryland. We're kind of on our own street in Maryland. And there are a lot of great opportunities here at BSU, a lot of great partnerships that we have to give you all scholarships as well as internship resources. So whatever you're majoring in, you know, whatever you want to do when it comes to college, BSU is really a hidden gem. And reflecting back to my colleagues here, please come visit us. You know, you don't know really what we have until you come on campus, walk around, meet some students. That's honestly how I chose to come to BSU. So by all means, we are open for campus tours. If you go on the website now, you're going to see that November is full, but by December, excuse me, we'll be open again to making reservations for you all to come see us in person.
I would say for Morris College, if you're in the DMV and you're listening to this, we have a very active Morris College Alumni Club in Baltimore. And I'm a professor, a retired professor from the University of Maryland, but I started my career at Morris College. And I think there are many other people in our group who did their undergraduate work at Morris College. And I think we all have a lot to be grateful for having gone to a very small university. So the one thing I would say that is there is a real advantage. If you're that type student, there's a real advantage of going to a small university where things are really personal to you and your plans are very put forth with collaboration with your faculty and with your colleagues. And if you need that type of strength and that type of assurance, then a small school like Morris College would be ideal for you.
Gotcha. So I think a hidden gem, or what I would like for people to understand about Wilberforce, is that we're a small family-oriented school. Most of our students do come from out of state. Of course, yes, we're in Ohio. I'm from North Carolina. How I got to Ohio, it's completely different. But I absolutely loved it. My 3 years at Wilberforce was amazing. Then I actually stayed to get my master's. But I think honestly, it's just the friendly and family atmosphere that we do have, especially from the alumni chapter, our professors, as well as the students. We're just one big happy family here.
Yeah, so wrapping it up for Goucher College, one thing that I do want you all to kind of remember, and I do talk about this during my presentation, is that study abroad, that global education experience. As I mentioned, study abroad is, the global education is not just a study abroad. While that's a huge part of it, it is the students that you're meeting with. We have about a 4% international population. We have a bunch of exchange students on campus as well, coming from France, coming from Hong Kong, coming from parts of Europe. And we also have our professors who are from all different types of disciplines all over the world. So the global education aspect, like I said, it's really big at Goucher. Yes, to study abroad, you'll get to study in a different country during your time with us, but it's who you're interacting with, it's who you're learning from, and it's ultimately how you go out into the world and do great things. So if Goucher College can help you with that, we would love to have you.
And my last question for everybody here is, what is a myth you would like to debunk about the college admissions process or the college search process? And we will go in the same order.
I am going to pass this on to Morris Brown because I don't know. Yeah. Take it away, Mr. Martin.
Well, I'm not an admissions officer. I did serve on admissions council at the university where I taught. And I guess the one thing that I saw was that there are many different things that are considered when you apply for admission. So I don't think you need to be worried about just your SAT scores or your ACT scores, things of that nature. But I think you need to do your research into what that college is looking for. And remember, in many of the schools, you have a panel of people who will look at your transcripts and so forth and make a decision. So I think the greatest myth is don't ever think there isn't a college out there that you can attend. There is a college somewhere out there who want you and you will fit. So do your research, stay positive, and get involved in lots of things in high school, do well on your courses, and you're bound for some college somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, this is it's a tricky question. But also to piggyback off of Mr. Martin, I would absolutely say just do your research. Don't pressure yourself too much on doing your ACT or ACT test scores. We do understand, you know, things do happen. Everyone's not test savvy, so we do understand, but like take your time. Also, just, I don't know, that's I don't know, this is actually a really hard question. But honestly, just going through the admissions process when applying for college, I mean, just depends on what school. Some schools may offer you to do essay, some may not, but I'd say just put your best foot forward and just, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pass it. I'm sorry.
I think one thing that I was kind of thinking about as Ronald was talking is that I think most of us here are smaller universities, but I do want to emphasize that just because we're small universities doesn't mean we don't have the facilities that bigger universities do. A lot of students, I can kind of tend to latch on to the big name schools because, oh, they're big name. Of course, they're going to have a lot of great things. And yes, that is true. A lot of the bigger schools do have really great facilities, but us smaller schools too, we definitely have resources to help you. If you do need assistance, most of us have tutoring centers or writing centers or mathematics centers to help you with math. If you need to do counseling or mental health services, most of us have that as well. We have mental health clinics and counselors available to speak to you. If you need help with your professors, even at smaller universities, it's easier to get to your professor because they don't have as a big course load as some of them would at a larger university. So I would say, you know, don't overlook small schools just because we are, quote, smaller. We definitely have all the resources available to help you be the best student that you can.
And I think that was a great answer. Thank you, Marvin. That was great. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, I know that was a tough question, but everybody did give pretty good answers for a tough question. So kind of rounding out the end of our session here, I wanted to thank everybody for joining us, our attendees, and also our college reps for taking the time as well. So a couple things before we end our session. Quick survey for all of our participants, our attendees, once you close out your window. You will be able to take a survey, 5 questions, just about how the session went. For some feedback, we would love to hear about that. And definitely sign up for more sessions with StriveScan to hear from more great colleges and universities and more opportunities out there. And also this recording will be available at strivescan.com/alpha if you need to refer back to any information that was shared during this session. Again, I would like to thank our attendees and our students and families for listening in, and any guidance counselors maybe out there that joined, and also our college reps for taking the time. Best of luck to everybody during their college search process, and also our college reps. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.